here. Today we're going to be doing a fun little berry wreath. So I thought this is a great time to do it because a lot of people like to have natural things on their doors during the holidays. And so this will be a fun thing to do. So let's get started. Okay, so right now you can go to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and craft stores and get these. You know, and they come kind of in a wrapped, almost like a vine. And all of these are on sale right now. So this is a perfect time of year to go and grab something like this. And then what I will do, I get a grapevine wreath. I mean, you could hang this on your door like this, but it's pretty flimsy. And it just doesn't look quite right. It's really not meant to just hang on your door like this. So I got this for half off. So I think it was $15 and I got it for half of that. And then my grapevine wreath I think was like $5. So this is a really simple project. And what we're going to do is we're going to use my skillet. So I get this question a lot. So what I got is just an electric skillet from Walmart. And what I do is, and I thought I would show you. So I just get regular glue sticks, just plain old glue sticks, and I just drop them in there. And they'll melt. I don't spend money on the cut up ones because I've tried them and to me they seem exactly the same. So I just don't see the purpose in it. I put mine at about $2.50. Now the other things you can use for this is a crock pot. You could use a crock pot to do this. Alright, so what I'm going to do, and what you can't see is there's a little wire in here that's holding all this together. So I'm just going to cut that. And unwrap it because I'm going to take all this and I'm going to put it in my wreath. So what that does is, see what they've done is they just have a whole bunch like this. And what I've discovered is it is a lot less expensive to do it like this to get things to put in your wreath than it is to buy the little individual things. It's just like buying a little flower bouquet that's already put together. It has everything you need, and the leaves, and it just makes it less expensive and a lot faster to do. So I'll go through and unwrap this. See, and they use little wire to wrap it around. So I won't make you watch me doing this, but you know, you could just go through and make it faster and just cut scissors. But I'm actually going to save this little wire because it's brown and I'll be able to use that in other projects. I am a big believer in, you know, taking things like this. Like if I don't use this entire stem, I'll save it because I can use it for something else. And I just have a little basket that I keep in my closet and I put all these kinds of things in. So it really does help, especially when you're having to add a stem onto something. So see, it's just a little wire and it's brown. Alright, so so you see the little smoke that's coming out from my grill here. So it's already melting it right away. So, and just to tell you a little bit about this, you can just reuse the same glue over and over. Now I cleaned mine out recently because it had gotten quite sparkly in there. So every once in a while I'll just go and clean it out and just pop it out and throw it away and get started again. So I did that recently, so it's all nice and clean right now. But it's a great thing to do. So if you get your sticks in there, they will melt very quickly. It's the same thing with the crock pot. So whatever you have that will work, then go ahead and use that. It really saves a lot of time when you're doing a project where you're going to be putting things in Grapevine, because you can just kind of run it through your glue and then stick it in, and you don't have to keep using your glue gun to do it for you. So I'm going to keep taking this apart, and then when I come back we'll start on putting it in our wreath. Okay, so I've got them all taken apart, and what I'm going to do, and I've cut the majority of these, is I'm going to cut them so they have a small stem. 2 or 3 inches is about what you want. You don't want to have so much that's going to poke through the other side, because then it'll cause you to have a lot of extra work. So you don't want that. And see, I saved all these little stem pieces because you never know when you might need to use one. So, my plan, I think we're going to do it this way. I'm going to put a nice bow down here, and then I'm going to put these all around. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to take this and we're just going to run it through the glue that we've melted and stick it right in. See, because we use that glue in this pot, it's just going to make things a lot faster. Just get glue on it, just come back, and then stick it in. I want there to be a pretty good covering. So what I'm going to do is like a 2-3 pattern, I guess you would say. That's how I see it in my mind. So 2 on the side, 1 in the middle. So that kind of creates a almost like a triangle. And so that's what I'll do. I'll go and I'll get some glue on it, and I'll stick it down. Okay, and I'll do another one. Look over here. So I kind of want them to be level with each other, like this. Then I'll take that third one and I'll put it in. Hey Bella. Like that. You see, that's nice. So I'm going to do this all the way around. And there might be some where I have to come back and add little pieces, but this is a really great way to do it just to get started. Kind of keeps you organized going through it. So, 1. 2, and then 1 in the middle. And it will fill out as you go. So, there. See how that's nice? Alright. And I pretty much want the next one to start off where the last one ended. So, just put it there. So now you see why we cut these off, because we don't need too much. Okay. There we go. That's looking good. So I'm just going to keep going around doing the same thing. Get little glue particles on me. Okay. Okay. I am going to put some in towards the inside and some towards the outside because I want to make sure it's nice and full. That really helps. So. Now you don't need a whole lot of glue on here. You want to be careful that you don't get so much that you will burn yourself. So, and you can take little pieces and put it in there. That works great. So if I'm working on something and I have a bunch of glue that collects on my little table here that I have for my glue, I just pick it up and throw it in my pot. Works great. So it's a really good way to save money when you're doing these kind of things, because everything adds up, as we all know. Okay, this one wants to come off, so we're gonna just glue it back on. Okay, there we go. I'll get the little strings, put them right back in. There we go. Okay. So. Whew. All right, well, I'm not going to make you watch me do the entire thing because it's just the exact same process all the way around. But let me make sure that you can see one more time. So what I do is I take this piece, I put one on this side, one on this side, and one down the middle. And what that does is it creates kind of a triangle, and it really ends up covering the whole piece. So I just wanted to show you that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this. I'm going to be going in the exact same direction, and I will come back in a minute and we will work on finishing it, and we'll work on the bow. So I will be right back. Okay, I've gotten a whole bunch in. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave a tiny little space right here for the bow. But I'm going to take these that are left, and I'm just going to make sure I fill in any areas where it looks like there might be a little bit needed. So I'm going to put a little bit on the inside here. That. Okay. So all you're doing is looking for anywhere where there's little gaps. You just kind of put some in. Okay. I just love these. They're so pretty. And this is a really simple, easy, fun project to do. These are really cute for like windows, if you have where you like to decorate your windows. I don't know why, it's just the red, and it's so pretty and cheerful and just says holiday to me. Okay. There we go. A little right there. Now I always have some of these left, and if I just feel like I can't fit any more in, I'll just save it, because there'll be another project where I'll want to have a little red or something showing. Well, let's put some on the outside here. So, there we go. So almost done, then we'll stick our bow in. Put one up here. Okay. Alright, let's see. So I have a couple left. I'm just going to put them right near where the bow's going to go. Look in here. There. Okay. So you'll see I put everything going in the same direction. It just really helps. So maybe, oops, look at that. I put that in the wrong direction. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let me move this one. See. Okay. So there it is. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love this. I think this might be going on my window. Okay. So now that I've gotten this part done, the next thing I want to do is I want to put a bow right here in the center where I left a little space. Now you don't have to do that. You could just go all the way around and not leave a little spot. That works too. That is personal preference. Oh, and I did want to show you. Okay, so when I was at Hobby Lobby, I found these. And of course, these are all half off. And these are adorable. Now you could add it to this, or you can do one with this in it as well, which I think is probably what I'm going to do. I really like this. So I got 2 of these, and I'll just get another grapevine, and I'll just do the same thing. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Okay, so let's get working on our bow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my little center. I like to have, you know, a little bubble in the center. So this is about 2 inches right here. And one thing you want to do is make sure that you have enough of overlap here to make sure that you're going to be able to keep this just like it is. Okay, so then I'll make my first loop. So I'm going to do about 3 inches. So come back to the center, okay, and I'm going to twist it so that I can get that pretty side up, and come back to another 3-inch loop. And I just pull it up to make sure that it is the same size. Okay, now get back to the center. I will twist it again, just like this, and I've got my finger and my thumb holding it. So I've got my thumb inside that little loop. Now if you have trouble with your hands, you can use your Pro Bow the hand, or you can use the Bow Dabra, either one. Alright, so same thing, I just came back, did my little twist to get pretty up, and then did another little loop. Okay, and I'm going ahead and spreading these out because there's no sense in having to do that once I'm done. So again, twist, pull my little loop out, come back to the center, and just twist it. And what you're doing is twisting it to get this piece up. Alright, and then back to the center. Now, I have 6 little loops, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I am going to make tails, but I'm not going to do it while I'm holding this. Then I'll just take some wire out. And I want this wire to be a little bit longer. So we've got 24 inches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to stick it right through the middle where my thumb is holding everything. And I'm going to pull it down. And I'm going to make sure that every single bow I made, see, like that, is inside that wire. Because if it's not, then your bow will come apart. Okay. So once I get it in there and everything is in there, I'll just tie it off tight. And then just kind of refluff my bow. Okay, so once I get the bow tied down, the next thing I'm going to do is add a little something behind it, just to kind of make it pop, since there's so much red on here already. And see, these almost have like a little black in them, so I thought it would be fun to put a little black and white behind. So I'm going to do that. This time I'm going to show it to you with the bow dabber. So I grab my bow dabber out. Alright, so I'm going to take some of the bow dabber wire and I'm going to put it down right in the middle. I'm just making very basic bows. If I was going to be making something, more difficult, I would be using my pro bow, but I'm not. Alright, so I'm going to put my ribbon down. And I'm going to make about 4-inch loops. So I'll just start with that side, get to the center here, and I'm going to twist it right inside the bow dabber to get it back up to the pretty side. And then what I will do is I will pull them up and make sure they're about the same length. Okay? So back through the center, twist again. Okay? Then I want to make the same size loop, so I'll just kind of look at them next to each other. Come back to the center, twist. Okay. Again. Back to the center. Make sure these are the same size. Yes. Twist. We're only going to do 3 loops, so this won't be very difficult. Okay. Put this one down. Then we're going to twist one more time. Push this down, make sure my loops are the same. Yes. Alright. Then we'll trim this off. Okay. Now, I can take this gold wire, pull it up, and then I'm just going to tie it off. I'm not going to use all of this. I just had it both in there because it makes it easier to pull out. I'm just going to tie this off. Okay, like this. Then we'll trim this off. Okay, because what I'm going to do, and I'm not worried about this little piece here because it's going to go on the bottom of this bow. So I'm just going to turn this bow over, And I'm going to place this right down on top. And I'm going to tie that wire as tight as I can get it. Just really pull it, and then I'll twist it off. Okay? There. Now, I'll start pulling it out. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can, if you have a fluff box, you can get that out, or you can tie it down to your wreath. I'm going to get my fluff box out because I haven't done my little tails yet. So, now I bought my fluff box when I bought my Pro Bow, but you can make these yourself. It's just a very heavy box with a hook and a little nail on it, but honestly, it's very reasonably priced at Pro Bow, the hand. So if I was going to be investing, I would just go ahead and buy it, because by the time you get the materials, it's going to be about the same money anyways. So I just spread them all out, and then I'll just fluff them up like this. Okay. Now, of course, you can make whatever ribbon choices you like. And all of my ribbon is wired, so it doesn't mean you can't use unwired. I just like to use the wired because it's just a lot easier. And if I'm selling anything, I know that the bow will stay in place because it's wired. So I don't want my customers to have to do anything when they get it. Okay, so I just unhook it, pull it out, move my box away. Now I want to cut some tails. I want to do about 26 inches. So I'll cut my first one. Okay. And I'll use it to cut my second one. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to fold them over and I'm going to cut at an angle. Now you don't have to do this. I just do this because it gives it this pretty little cut. You can also cut them at an angle. So just cut them like this. That's another great way to do it. But I personally just like this little detail. So make sure you're cutting away from yourself or you'll end up with this weird point. So, okay, so I just find the center, pinch it, and then I'm going to tie this down. I'm not going to open it back up. I'm just going to tie it down because it will be fine. Okay. Now I will take this and I'm going to use this wire that I cut that's longer, and I'm going to pull it around the back here. I'm going to tie this down really tight. Okay. And I'll cut it off. And I'm going to stick this back through my grapevine wreath. So you're not going to be able to see it. And then I will just kind of move my bow around again. Alright. See? And just like that, you have a nice, simple, pretty wreath. I really like that. There. So you have, okay, so we've gotten it with the bow on. I really like that. But I did want to show you So, you know, with the rustic wreaths, there's really a lot of different things you can do. So, alright, so we'll take this off. Now, of course, I told you you can go all the way around with these instead of just stopping and having an area. But what you can do is you can take some burlap. Now, I have some with some leaves on it, but you could take regular burlap. And it looks really cute if you do this too. If you just kind of leave a little space and wrap your burlap around it. And then cut this off. Okay, and what you can do is take this burlap, pull it so that you have both pieces behind, like this, okay? And then you can take either some wire or a zip tie and tie it onto the frame so that it's not going to move and you get that nice clean look. So you can go. You can also glue it together, but I kind of like to weave it and also weave it into my, see, I'm just kind of putting it through some of this grapevine wreath so that it will hold it. It is a little bit more complicated, but it is okay. You can do it. It just takes a couple minutes to get it together and get through it, but it gives a nice finished look. So that's why I like it. Okay. And you know, you can cover the back very easily. And what you can do to cover this back where you're tying this in is you just get a leaf and you just glue the leaf on right over where you have tied this on. So see, then when you pull this up, it just looks like it's just tied around there, but you don't see. Whoop. Might help if I pull it up like that. So now you can have this hanging on your door. You can also gather it like this and put a bow right up on top. That looks great. I love to do that. So see, and what you would do in the back is you would just take a leaf and just glue it right on top of this. Alright, now you can, I'll show you another way you can do it. So, pull that back out. Okay, so if you take some regular burlap, and you can take that and go around. These are really cute to do to hang. Now, with this burlap, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it off. We're going to do something similar. Okay. I'm going to need a smaller. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to take another zip tie and I'm going to fold this over and I'm just going to zip tie it together. Alright. Like this. Cut that off. Alright, now what you can do is you make a bow to go up top. So you have a lot of different options. I really like this. If I'm going to use burlap, I like to use something a little more natural. So I have like this really pretty natural with the off-white, and then I have this. Isn't this pretty? This is the window pane with almost like a snow in it. So I will just make a bow using this, and I'm going to do about 4 or 5 inch loops. So of course I want to take it and have a little excess underneath the bottom, and we'll come back with that loop. So they're going to be the same size. You see I have that little excess under there. Now after I make this first loop, I have to twist it when I get back to the middle, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want that pretty side out. If you don't twist it, that pretty side is not going to be out. See, if I came back and did this, it's not going to look good. So you want to give it a twist. Now I'm going to do 3 with this one. So I just have to do 3 loops on each side. So I got 3 there. Twist it again, and 3 there. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of excess and cut it off. And the reason that you're doing that is because you don't want it to come loose. So you always want to leave a little excess. And then what I can do, let's take a pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to put the pipe cleaner around it and just tie it off. Then I'm going to set this aside. Okay, so we're done with this one. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And I got that at Hobby Lobby. Alright, so then I will take my window pane, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now with the window pane, I don't have to do the twist because it's the same on both sides. So I can just do 3 loops like this. There. So I got my 3 loops. Now I'll cut this off. Okay. Then I'm going to open this tie back up. And I'm going to put this down. Okay. I'm going to tie this back. Now I'm not going to tighten it completely yet because I want to put a few tails on. Alright. So let's see. Let's do short tails. Maybe 18 inches long. So I'll cut one at 18 here. And I'll grab this, and I'll do an 18 inch on this one. Whoop, there we go. Alright, so cut that off. Now I'm going to do an angled cut on these. I'm going to find the middle and pinch it. I'm going to cut the other angle when I get it on, so I can make sure I'm going in the right direction. Alright, so I just open my tie back up and put this one down. Oh, there we go. Alright, this time I want to pull it and get it really tight and then tie it off. I mean, I want that thing to be as snug as I can get it. There we go. Alright, now I can cut this other one. And I did that because I just want to make sure they're going in the right direction. Okay, so you can, I'm going to pull out my fluff box. I just like to use this if I can. Now, I can't really use it the normal way because I don't have one long enough to go on there. So I'll just put a temporary fix on it. I'll just take a piece of wire and I'm gonna wrap it around this. I don't want to wrap it to the point that I can't get it back off. But what you do is you take it and you slip it in this little eye hook, and then you wrap it around this little nail right there. Okay? And that just holds it tight while you're working on separating your loops. So there we go. Let me just fluff it up. Move these around a little bit. Okay. Want to make sure you can see some of that bottom one because it's so cute. Alright. That's good. Okay. So now I'm just going to take it back off. Pull it out from that little hook. I can move this away. Now, what we're going to do with this bow is we are going to, first we can take that wire off. Okay, we're going to take it and we're going to tie it around or through, I guess it should say, through this little piece. So I'm actually going to go through there. So I want to make sure that I'm hiding where I tied it off. I'm going to twist it, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to make my hanger for it. See? Alright, let's pull this up so you can see. So there's the hanger, and there is the wreath. So I'll hang it up and put it at the end so you can see it, but I kind of like this a lot. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed the rustic wreath. I have a couple others, natural ones that I have planned, boxwood, and then we're going to be starting on spring and summer because it will be here before you know it. And I'm going to be doing a grave site saddle very soon. I have promised someone that I would be doing that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Just a quick little project you can do with Grapevine. And hey, everything from, you know, winter and Christmas and the holidays is on sale right now, so you can run and get some. Alright, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, there it is. That's what it looks like hung up. I really like it this way. I hope you enjoyed it.